The Adidas Supernova Rise. In a world of max stack, max rockered sameness, this shoe is a total outlier. Additionally, it's been a huge surprise. But even with all of that being said, it is possibly one of the best running shoes I have ever run in, ever. Yeah, this is one of the best running shoes I've ever run in all of the time I've been running. It is that good. Now, I've already done an initial impressions video on this shoe where I go into the specs and the details and all the tech in this shoe, and there's a lot of tech in this shoe. I'll put a link in the description, card on the screen. Go check that out because it's the deep dive on all of that stuff. I'm going to touch on a few things from that video in this video because I need to talk about this shoe, but this shoe has been just a constant, reliable companion to go out and run in. And in fact, I did a short about this shoe where I called it possibly the most enjoyably comfortable shoe to get you out the door for your run. And that's what it's been. This shoe is just easy to throw on and go get my run done with no drama, no problems, no discomfort, and the recovery has always been top notch because of this beautiful pupa foam in this shoe. And now that I have over 200 miles or about 323 kilometers in this shoe, I can honestly say that this shoe has been one of the most consistent shoes I've run in some time. When I did my initial impressions video, I had about 47 kilometers or about 30 miles on this shoe. And now that I have over 200, the past 170 miles or so in this shoe have felt very consistent. This shoe doesn't really feel any different than it did when I first put it on or at that 30 mile mark or 47K mark. The foam is still cushioned, soft. I would actually call it plush now. I didn't want to use that word in my initial impressions, but this shoe is very plush. It's very comfortable, very soft to run in. It is a great combination for easy running. Additionally, the durability of this shoe has been absolutely outstanding. The consistency in the foam, but also the durability of the shoe. This is a shoe with over 200 miles in it now, or over 320K in it. The upper looks almost brand new. Yes, I wash my shoes and take care of my shoes really after every run, but still, this shoe looks brand new. Even the outsole, which I am usually very rough on my right foot. I'm a 4-foot striker who supinates, and I really wear the rubber right here on this shoe because I have a weird quirk in my biomechanics where I twist or scuff my right foot. And I will say that after about 50, 60 miles into this shoe, I wore all of the tread off of this black piece of 4-foot rubber and wore this smooth. But since then, the additional 100 miles plus, there's been no additional wear here. I've not worn through the rubber. It's not gotten any thinner. It doesn't feel thinner. It just feels really great. Additionally, I do have a little wear here, again, on the lateral edge, but towards the heel, and that's because of something this shoe encourages. Now, this shoe is a shoe that encourages you to run easy. Most of the pace, I would say about 190 miles of the volume I put into this shoe have been around 5 minutes per kilometer pace. And that's an easy conversational pace for me. And this is a shoe that encourages you to run easy, to run slow, which is exactly what I want in this type of trainer. I don't need a shoe that's encouraging me to run too fast. This one just wants me to run slow. Additionally, even though I'm a 4-foot striker, this shoe also kind of wants me to go a little bit further back. I'm not going to say it's a full mid-foot strike, but I'm definitely sitting a little bit further back in this shoe for the majority of the running that I do in this shoe, and it's very comfortable. That's why I am getting a little bit more wear here towards the lateral heel side of the shoe. But again, it's just a very accommodating, very plush, very cushioned ride that is just easy to put on, go out, and get your run in and get it done very comfortably. And I'm going to say, because this Dreamstrike Plus foam is a PIBA-based foam, the recovery aspects of this shoe are outstanding. I've done back-to-back days in this shoe, and my legs and feet feel just as fresh by the third day as they did on the first day. It's just really the perfect training shoe. In my initial impressions, I made a comparison from this shoe to another shoe that I think is really apt. And again, now that I have over 200 miles into the shoe, I really still agree with it. And the comparison I made is that this shoe basically nearly completely replaced this shoe for me, the Nike Streakfly. Now, if you watch this channel, you know I love this shoe. And one of the main things I used this shoe for was easy running. In fact, I called it an invincible light many times. I loved how flexible this shoe was. I loved the Piba foam in this shoe. And this was a great easy run option. Everything I've done in this shoe is what I would use this shoe for. But this shoe is a stripped down race shoe. It was never ever durable. And that's one of the biggest problems with this, to use it as an easy run shoe or even a daily trainer. So think of the Supernova Rise as a beefed up Streakfly. If the Streakfly was beefed up to be a true trainer, you would get a shoe that's very similar to this because, again, it's a Piba foam that has these support rods, and they're not really rods, that's just what Adidas calls them, but this is an EVA carrier foam that's actually rods, so that you're running basically on Piba foam. So there's Piba foam under this black rubber midsole or outsole. So you're getting the feel of Piba foam underfoot and that sort of plushness and softness. But these yellow support rods are supporting and structuring the shoe and giving it just a little bit more firmness than you would expect out of pure Piba. And that was always one of the problems with this as an easy trainer, is that this shoe is just a lot to handle because ZoomX foam is just really optimized for energy return. It can feel like it's a little bit all over the place. Where Dreamstrike Plus in this shoe is optimized for cushion and stability, and it's just not as aggressive as ZoomX is in the Streakfly. So this really is, to me, the Streakfly beefed up to be a true daily trainer. I talked about how consistent this foam is. And I will say that the foam, especially in the forefoot, again, I'm a forefoot striker, especially about right here, right where the ball of my foot is, right where, this section of my foot is, has definitely packed in. But I'm not noticing any loss in cushion or comfort in this shoe. Now, this is 24 mil in the forefoot when it was new. I think now that the foam's compressed a little bit, this is probably closer to 20 mil in the forefoot. And it's wonderful. I have ground feel. There's a ton of flex in this shoe. It's a very flexible ride, but I'm not losing any cushion of this foam. Definitely this Piba foam, Dreamstrike Plus, Adidas engineered for cushion and stability. This is not engineered for energy return because it's not a racing foam. So that's what sets it apart from ZoomX and the Streakfly, that this is a shoe that's always going to be consistent with cushioning. And it really has. Even though I've definitely packed out the foam, I'm noticing no difference in the ride 200 miles in. Even though I have compressed the Dreamstrike Plus or Piba foam in this shoe, again, this EVA support rod system, or the engineering that Adidas has put into the midsole of the shoe, is really brilliant because, again, these support rods or this EVA carrier foam is allowing Piba on the ground, essentially getting that feel, but it's giving it some structure. And what I'll say is these rods also come together up here. You can see under the toe of the shoe, all the rods sort of join together. What that gives you is a little bit of firmness right on toe off. So as you're toeing off in this shoe, there's a little additional firmness right under the toe, which makes the toe off very propulsive, very strong, very nice. And it's just, I think the engineering in this midsole is absolutely outstanding. I think it's some of Adidas's best engineering to date. And lastly, for different types of foot strike, I think this shoe also is optimal for any type of foot strike. If you're a heel striker, this shoe is so comfortable for heel striking. I've found myself intentionally heel striking, especially on long downhills or just long gradual downhills. Heel striking in this shoe just to kind of save my forefoot is so comfortable. I find myself doing it more and more, which again explains a little bit of the wear in here. For a midfoot striker, this shoe is optimally cushioned and it's just going to help you roll forward into the toe off on this shoe. It's very stable. The rods do their job and they do them very well. And for a forefoot strike, it's just as good, if not better. The other thing that I've noticed more recently, as I've been doing a lot more 5K work, so faster running, faster than anything that I would do for marathon training, I have picked up the pace a little bit to around 4 minutes per kilometer, 350 per kilometer in this shoe, just to see how it felt. And when I'm really up on my toes, this shoe will get up and go. It's not going to be my first choice, but it does better than I expected it to. And I think that gives it the versatility that it needs to be called a daily trainer. While I do think of this more as a cushioned daily trainer or just a cushioned trainer, this definitely is a very valid option for a daily trainer, especially if you want a shoe that's going to encourage easy running and long miles. And now after 200 miles in this shoe, I'm going to keep running in this shoe, and specifically this model, because I'm going to see how many more miles or kilometers I can get out of this shoe. Because right now, from a durability standpoint, I see no reason or feel no reason to stop running in the shoe. It feels that good. It feels that fresh. It feels like it did when it was brand new. And when I can't run in this shoe anymore, this specific model, I'll go buy another pair, because that's how much I love this shoe and that's how much I'm depending on this shoe for easy running. This right now is my go-to for a cushion daily trainer. I can't see that changing. Of all of the Max Stack Max Cushion shoes I've tried this year, none of them compare to this shoe. That's how good this shoe is for a cushion trainer. And there are going to be a lot of versus videos coming up on this channel over the next month or two. And a lot of them are going to be featuring this shoe as one of the shoes I'm comparing another shoe against. Because again, this is the gold standard for me for a daily cushioned trainer. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you find this content useful, consider subscribing. You'll see more content from me pop up in your feed. If not, drop a like on this video because it helps this channel continue to grow, which I always appreciate. With that, I'll catch you in the next one.